Good morning, this is Pastor Lynn with Lyn United Methodist Church. Time for Breakfast with God. Who says you can't? When I was a little girl, my mother said I would be allowed or able or at some point in time, whatever I set my mind to, I would be able to do. And that is true because the Bible tells us in Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. You can do anything. That's what Kent Culler's parents told him as he was growing up. That's what many parents tell their children. But Culler's was born blind. Even so, if a child hears the phrase, you can do anything, often enough, it sinks in, it bears fruit. And it certainly did in Culler's case. As a young boy, he insisted on climbing trees and riding a bicycle. His father arranged a job transfer to California so the boy could attend a regular school, and Culler's became a straight-A student. He was valedictorian of his high school class and a National Merit Scholar. He went on to earn a Ph.D. in physics. Culler's first love has always been space, so it seems fitting that he found himself employed by NASA. As a researcher, one of his jobs was to design equipment to help scientists search for signs of intelligent communication in outer space. You might ask yourself, how does a blind man see what others cannot see? He uses his mind's eye. He also uses other senses, perhaps a little better than most people. Above all, he continues to tell himself what his parents taught him early in life. You can do anything. The Apostle Paul would have added a key phrase to Culler's parental advice, through Christ who gives me strength. The source of all our ability, all our energy, and all our creativity is Jesus himself. It is he who challenges us to go forward, and he who equips us to get the task done. It is the Lord working in us to enable us, working through us to empower us, and working on our behalf to enrich us. At the same time, the Lord expects us to do two things. First, to open ourselves to his presence and power. And second, to get in gear. He calls us to believe and do. The question I leave for you today, what are you believing? What are you doing? Activate both your believing and doing. Synchronize both with the will of God, and you can't help but be launched to a higher and better position. So, you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. Good morning and welcome to our morning devotion. This is Pastor Lynde with Lyn United Methodist Church. Here we are, September 1, 2015. Where has our summer gone? I'd like to share with you a secret this morning. Now I know if I share this with you, it's not going to be a secret anymore, but that means that you get to keep the secret. Philippians 4:12 and 13 says, I have learned the secret of being content. A woman named Frances once knew a young person at church named Debbie. Debbie always seemed effervescent and happy, although Frances knew